Hello, and welcome to episode 35 of the Knitworthy podcast. We just got started and I have already dropped a stitch. Oh, that's not good. Here's my knitting right here, and hopefully the podcast will go better than me starting off with a drop stitch. My name is Brienne, also known as Being Brienne on Ravelry and Instagram. And usually I have my gorgeous mother with me, Mama Linda, who is also known as Stony Brook on Ravelry and Instagram. But she is actually off today with her sister-in-law, Darlene, and they are doing some family errands and having some sisterly time together. And then we had a baby born in our family today, and so they're going to be going up with a whole bunch of the rest of the family who just happen to be in town right now, and other family who lives in this area, to go see baby Sawyer, who was born just at about 10:30, which is, he's like 3 hours old. And Sawyer Jet, and I will omit the last name because I'm not sure that they want it out there, but he is adorable and he's healthy, and Mama is doing really well. So we're super excited to have another member of the family. We have a big family and we love it, so it's good. But Mom had other things that she needed to do today, and so it's been so crazy and busy around here that we haven't had a chance to podcast. And I was like, we just need to get it out there, and then Mom can podcast with me next time. So she agreed to that. She said that's a really good idea, and because we didn't want to not have something for you guys. So yeah, here I am, all by myself. I think next time Mom's gonna have to do a podcast by herself. What do you think? We'll let her give it a try. So let's see. Today is Monday, July 13th, 2015. I can't believe that the summer is like basically halfway over for us. Our kids go back to school. I believe it's a month from tomorrow. Or is it a month from today? I think it's August 14th, but it's basically a month. So yeah, I mean, school supplies are already in school. Can you believe that? That is so crazy to me. I have a friend that already has all of her kids' school clothes purchased and school supplies purchased, and I'm like I can't even think that far ahead. It's too much. It's too much. Is it too early for you? What do you think? I love school supplies. I love pens and the smell of pencils and all of that, but it just feels so early. I don't know. Anyways, this is going to be a shorter episode than usual, just because I wanted to get a podcast out there, but there is nobody else in the house besides me and the kids. And they have already been very good today. We had someone cleaning the carpets, and so they've been, having to be kind of in the family room and nowhere else. And they're trying to be very, very good today, and they're doing such a good job of it, but I just don't want to press my luck. So it might end up being quite a bit shorter than usual, but I think our last episode was like an hour and a half long. So basically anything shorter than an hour and a half is going to be ridiculously short, and that's okay. Short podcasts aren't that bad. So let's talk about what I'm knitting. What I have in my hands right now, which you can't see because I'm not very good with fixing the camera. Mom is our fixing the camera person. She's the one who gets everything just right, and I am not very good at that. So you can't really see that I'm actually knitting or what I'm knitting on, but I will hold it up for you as soon as I get to this row, the end of the row, which is in 1 stitch. Ta-da! Here we go. So these are my Route 66 socks. And these are a really good pair of socks that just plain stockinette knitting, not a whole lot of thought needing to go into it. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, my Are You Kidding Me for this week, or the last couple of weeks, has been that my knitting mojo is just gone. Like, my ability to knit anything, especially anything complicated, is just gone. We've had lots of stuff happening and lots of craziness going on, and so my brain just cannot handle anything more than like stockinette and garter. I do have a little bit of things that are a little bit more complicated, but not a whole lot. So probably over the next few weeks you're going to see me knitting just really basic things, but that's okay. That's, knitting is wonderful in that it's so flexible. It can be what you need it to be in the moment. At least that's what it is for me. I know if I need something complicated like lace or something charted or something, cabled, then I can, find a pattern for that or make it up. If I need something that's really simple because, I need to be calm and I need to be soothed, then, it can be that for me too. So I love knitting for that reason. Knitting is not the boss of me. I'm the boss of my knitting. So the last time that you saw this sock, it was basically just a cuff, because I think I was just starting it. Well, I finished the first sock, so I have my trusty sock blocker here, my podcasting bag, and there you go, there's the first sock. And I got to about here on the first sock, and I told my husband, I said, what do you think of these? I said, would you like these to be yours? And he goes, those are just a little bit too fancy for me. So I asked him to explain a little bit further, and apparently he does not care for the jacquard sections, these little areas here where it looks like Fair Isle. So that's good to know. Luckily, I believe that the socks that I purchased for him, or the sock yarn that I purchased for him when we were in Virginia last month, does not have any of the jacquard in it, I believe. So we also had the talk about, how do you feel about your sock yarn stash, of socks? Like, your hand-knitted socks, do you have enough? Is there a point where you feel like you'll have enough, or is there never enough hand-knitted socks? Like, tell me about this, because I don't want to keep on inundating you with the socks and then have you be like drowning in them and you feel overwhelmed. I don't know how anybody could possibly feel that way, but I want to be sensitive to his needs and his feelings. So he is feeling like he's doing pretty good in the sock department, and maybe a couple more socks and he'll be good for a while, because he doesn't wear them for many months out of the year, just in the really, really cold months. And so that is good information to know, because I want him to be happy with the things that he gets from me, and not feel like I'm overwhelming him with knitwear. I would never feel that way, but who knows? There's all different kinds of people in this world. The other thing that I've been knitting is another pair of socks. These are the zigzagular socks. I'm gonna put this right here. Get out my sock blocker again. Here we go. So these are the beautiful zigzagular socks by Miss Susie White, who is a co-host of the audio podcast Prairie Girls Knit and Spin. And here is where I was the last time. So I finished up the foot and the toe, and I have started the second sock. I finished up the cuff and the leg, and now I'm going on the heel flap right now. So you can see, here's my heel flap. Yeah, actually you can see it better that way, of course. But I'm getting ready in just a few rows to start my heel turn. So these are moving along rather nicely. I finally really found my rhythm on these, and am able to knit on them while I'm with other people, talking, having conversation, which is good. I take them along to my grandmother's house and knit with them while I'm talking with her, and she likes to see the pattern develop on the leg. She's really excited about that now. Oh, has it curved again? Like, where she wants to keep an eye on what's happened with that. So she's very sweet, and she has dementia, so she doesn't remember what I bring from day to day, or if I've worked on it before. So every time she sees these socks, she's like, oh, those are the most beautiful socks you've made. And she comments on them, that she likes them a lot. If I knew that she would wear them and remember to treat them well, or if I knew that she actually liked the feel of wool, which I know she does not care for, I probably would give these to her, but I'm not quite sure who these are going to end up going to. They might end up going to my sister Heather. They might end up going to Mom. I'm really not sure. Who knows? They're like mystery socks for right now, so they'll probably just end up going in the gift box. And yeah, so this yarn is just yarn that Mom dyed for me at Fiber U a few years ago. And Fiber U is coming up. I'll be talking about that a little bit later. But what's really fun is finding the little, it's like a seafoam green with bits of yellow, and then just like every once in a while you get like a copper stitch in there, which is such a fun little find. So this has been really fun to knit on. The other things that I've been knitting on are shawls. I've started 2 shawls since last we met. The first one is the Colonist Shawl, and this is by Amba O'Brien. I'm knitting this out of this amazing, beautiful Malabrigo sock. This is in the Piedras colorway. Is that focused? Not really. But you can see the beautiful colors. There we go. Beautiful colors. And I'm really loving this yarn. I've knitted several things out of Malabrigo sock. I would show you a picture, but I neglected to print one off, and I don't have it pulled up on my iPad, so I'm not going to be able to show you. But I've only knitted about 7 rows on this so far, just because there's patterning on both sides, the wrong and the right side of the shawl, and my brain is having a hard time keeping up with that. So it's for Christmas for Heather, so there's no rush. So I'm gonna work on it as I feel up to it. But this is what it looks like so far. So yes, so there's that. And then the second shawl that I cast on for, this is in my chicken soup design bag, which is so fun and cute and perfect size for a shawl. This is my Cherie Knits bag, which is a bag that has a clear front and then a really cute bunting pattern back, and it's just such a fun cherry color of pink. I'm really enjoying working out of it, especially since, if you didn't notice, my yarn matches. So there you go. I mean, it's a good day when your project matches your bag, I think. Let me get this out. This is Nurmalintu by Heidi Allender, which I am knitting out of Havilland in the Cherry Blossom Festival colorway. And this is such a squishy, soft, beautiful yarn, and I am so excited to be working with it. You can find Havilland on Etsy. I'm now following them on Instagram because I may be a little bit stalkerish now. No big deal, right? And so this is what it looks like so far. It's a biased shawl. Yeah, there we go. And I'm about probably 10 rows away from starting the first of the lace section. So there's a garter section, and then lace, garter, lace, garter, lace. And there are a couple of us who are having a little mini knit along on Instagram. I believe we're using Nurmalintu, KAL, 2015. I believe that is our hashtag, but I will go ahead and put that on the show notes so that you can see that for certain. I don't want to mess it up and end up with you guys looking for a hashtag that isn't real. That's not fun. So yeah, so it's just been really easy. I love the drape of the yarn. It's beautiful, and the softness of the yarn and the colors and everything about this is really beautiful. And I think it's a beautiful combination of yarn and pattern. And I think it's going to be really fun to start the lace. I'm going to put in Lifeline just because of knowing how my brain is functioning right now. I don't want to get into a tight spot and then have to rip back and not have a lifeline in place. So if you see me knitting this without a lifeline in place, go ahead and shoot me a message and hit me over the head or something. Smoke signals, find a way to get a message to me to let me know that I need to put a lifeline in. Because that's what friends are for, right? That's what friends do. Okay, before I start singing That's What Friends Are For, we're going to move on to what I have finished. Let's see. I have finished 3 preemie hats. 1, 2, 3. They are all incredibly similar because they are knit from the same yarn. This is the Sirdar Snuggly Crofter Baby Farrell Effect Decay yarn that I purchased while I was in Virginia from Coordinated Colors Yarn Shop in Newport News. Or is it Newport News? That's where Heather and Spencer live. But I'm not quite sure where it is that the shop is. It'll be in the show notes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we were at Chili's with my grandmother and my husband and the kids, and we were all having lunch together on Saturday, and the kids were very excited because they got to have IBC root beer, and it came in bottles. So they were thrilled about this. So I have this picture of Evan, and he's got a bottle in one hand, and he's winking, and in his other hand he's like this. So funny. This kid, he's a character. All my kids have, the funnest personalities, and they're also very, very different. But Evan, he's hilarious. The things he thinks of. Oh my goodness. So anyways, this is part of our charity knit along that we've been doing. I have some other yarn that I also purchased. I cannot recall the name off the top of my head, but I wanted to knit some hats for the schools that my kids are in. Most specifically probably the intermediate school and the elementary school, because we live in the Ozarks where it gets cold, and I believe that the last statistic I heard is that over 50% of the kids in our schools who get lunch there, get lunch at school are on government assistance and have the government help to pay for their school lunches. And I know when Ailish was in kindergarten, her teacher ended up buying gloves to bring into school for the kids who did not have gloves of their own. So I was thinking, what a neat thing to be able to take some hats into school and to be able to drop them off and have hats for the kids to be able to take home and have for their own. I'm not sure if I'll give them to my kids' teachers or if I'll give them to the office or what. But I thought, that's a really, very close to home need that I could help to fill. So in any case, those are just some things that are going through my head. I was knitting on these before bed every night. Probably that's what I'll end up doing also with the hats for the schools. But yeah, so that's that. What else do I have for you? I have spinning. I do not have it to show you. I actually just finished a 4-ounce braid of Malabrigo Nube in the Persia colorway, which is beautiful teal and gray and a little bit of white areas. I just finished spinning today, so I'm letting it rest. I did not want to take it off the wheel just yet, as I just finished it not too long ago. I also finished spinning my 4 Rolags of Knitty and Color that Bella Socks gave us. It turned into, I mean, it had all different kinds of fiber in it, and there was like milk fiber and superwash merino and Angelina and alpaca, and I mean, just, it was like this fabulous concoction of fiber, and it was so much fun to spin. And I mean, what a whole different experience for me. I've spun BFL and Polworth and merino, so those are the things that I've spun. I haven't done a whole lot of, where like it's just, lots of things in one, Rolag. Especially, I've never even spun a Rolag before. So I spun that, and as I was spinning it, I was thinking, this is perfect for my friend Hillary. She loves to wear beautiful flowers in her hair, like silk flowers, and I was thinking, I need to make this into something for Hillary. So, I bartered with mom, and ended up, she agreed to make a pretty flower for Hillary, and then I'm going to do something for her in return. She hasn't decided yet. I think she's coming up with something really fantastic. Maybe I can just say, I'll make you some great cookies, because who doesn't love cookies? Hello. So anyways, so I don't have that yarn to show you, but I will show you next time, hopefully after the flower is done. And then I'll be able to show you the Malabrigo Nube and the Persia colorway after that yarn has been washed and resceined and is ready for your viewing pleasure. So let's move on to It's a Good Thing. My It's a Good Thing, I love reading, and it cuts into my time, of course, of crafting. That's why I love podcasts, is I can do, listen to podcasts or watch podcasts while I'm crafting, and I love audiobooks for that reason too. But sometimes there is just nothing better than holding a book in your hands and feeling the pages and, the sound of the book as it opens, and just the whole experience of reading a book. And not just like on an iPad or a Kindle or a Nook or whatever device you may use for that, but like I went to the library. I got to go to the library by myself just for a little while, and it was glorious. Like, it was such a fun thing. Now, I love to take my kids to the library, but let's be honest, my kids are there for about 20 minutes and then they're done, and that's about what they're good for. And even then, there's a lot of, prompting and reminding that, we need to make sure we're using our inside voices and that we're being respectful and of, the property and the books and of other people that are there. And so, anyways, I was returning a book as a part of my errands last week, and I was like, I'm just gonna go look and see what newer books they have. So I went over to the newer book section, and the library in Branson is very small, so we have a very it's not even a public library, it's a privately funded library, that is thrives on people paying for their library cards, and they do fundraisers, and they have a thrift store and things like that. So it's not a huge library, but I'll take what I can get. So anyways, I go over to the new section and I see a name that just jumped out at me and made my heart so happy. It was a new Hercule Poirot book. It's called The Monogram Murders, and it's by Sophie Hannah. It was published last year, and it's also available in audiobook form. I'm about halfway through the book right now, and I'm really enjoying it. It's so good. And it had a blurb on there from Agatha Christie's grandson, who was endorsing the book, and several other authors who were saying how wonderful it is. And I love Hercule Poirot. Love, love, love. I think he's fabulous with his little gray cells and his mustache and all of it. I love him. And so I was thrilled to see this book. So I will let you know what I think about it after I've finished. I'm hoping that it turns out well and that it's as good as everybody has said it is. So, or if you would like to see for yourself, you can check it out for yourself. And I did see it on Audible has it, so that's good. I love Audible. So yeah, so let's talk about our contest really quick before I finish up. So in June and July, we've been focusing on charitable crafting, and it's basically, there are so many needs in this world that we can fill, and I think part of the reason that we craft is just because we have a need to help and give of ourselves to other people. And I don't know of many crafters who only knit for themselves or only craft for themselves. A lot of people that I know who are crafters do it for other people too. They love to show their love in tangible ways through giving their time and talents and crafts to other people. So, the way that we're looking at it is that one act of kindness is more than enough if you are the one who receives it. So the rules are, we have a thread up on our Ravelry page that's the contest thread. You must link to a project on your page and tell us who you donated to and any other interesting information you might have to share. And Mom said, for instance, does this charity hold a special place in your heart for some reason? Or, the person or, whoever it is that you're giving this to. Multiple entries are allowed. You may only win once. We will be donating, we've had 2 prizes that we are picking just because it's 2 months worth of crafting. And also just because we wanted to encourage everybody, not that you need encouraging to be generous, but we wanted to encourage everybody to be involved and be a part of this in some way. So the first thing is you must be part of the group to win, and 2 prizes will be randomly drawn from qualified entries on the group in that thread. I have donated a ball of Anzula Luxury Fibers hand-dyed yarn in the Breeze base, which is a lace weight, and this is the Candied Apple colorway. This is 750 yards of a 65% silk, 35% linen, which is beautiful. It's looking a little bit more red. It's really more of a slightly more pink color with some little coral undertones. It's beautiful. It's lovely. This is the same yarn base that I knitted my featherweight out of, and so you really can't go wrong with this. It's fabulous. It really, really is. And then the second prize that we have was donated to us by On the Dot Knits. And it is this lovely bag that I adore, that I totally want to keep for myself because it's fabulous. And there's I don't know if you can see it, there's a bird right there. It's a bird themed bag. There's a bird on the zipper pull. And then as well as inside, let me find them. There we go. There are these beautiful stitch markers. I had to think of the word there for a second. So this is On the Dot Knits, who is based out of Canada. And she was so generous to donate this to us. We want to say thank you so much to Pat. And we also have these mom's tags that she made. We're going to be sending some of these to you as well, to both the winner of the yarn and the winner of the bag. So these are her handmade tags, and they say "You are loved," and then this says handmade, and then also some stitch markers as well for both winners. So please make sure that you are putting your entries in. Like we said, you can put as many entries in as you want. You could only win once, but there's no reason for just putting your name in once. You know, I could put my name in 3 times with these hats that I've made and have a better chance of winning. I can't personally win. I wish I could, but anyways, and that is it. Oh my goodness. No interruptions. Can you believe it? Good times. We did it. Well, I just wanted to say, it's the royal we here. That's right. I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming. If this is your first time watching, please make sure that you watch some other episodes too, so you can see my beautiful mother, and you can see what a normal podcast for us looks like. And if this is a returning viewer, if you are a returning viewer, we want to say thank you so much for joining us again, and we're really glad that you came back. And you know, just remember that you are knitworthy. Bye. Hello again. So I wanted to I forgot to mention that we're going to be at Fiber U in Lebanon, Missouri on Saturday, this coming Saturday. I believe that is the 18th. Yes, the 18th at Fiber U. We'll be meeting from 12 to 1 in their gathering area. So if you want to come and see us, feel free. We're going to have some buttons and some little goodies. So make sure that you come by and say hi and introduce yourselves. And we'll be looking forward to seeing you. Bye.